Are you looking at filing a work permit application? Well, there's a few things that you must know before you decide to submit an application with Citizenship and Immigration Canada. The first is the job duties. This is very important because the job duties is essentially equate to what NOC you need to apply under, whether it's a NOC A, B, or O. So having a job duty or job description given to the firm so we can assess what NOC you need to apply under is very important. And also, a lot of times the job duties that I see employers draft or even the applicants, it doesn't sound very professional. So having a law firm like us review it and amending that job description so that it meets Service Canada's requirement is very important to a work permit application. Another requirement is obviously the prevailing wage, the salary that the employer is offering you. This is very important on many levels. Predominantly, it's important when employers do the advertising, the recruitment efforts. Why this is important is there is what they call the low, medium, and high prevailing wage. What that means is every occupation is able, either the wage falls under the low salary or the medium salary or the high salary. Depending on the actual position, the actual NOC, where the occupation or where the job is being offered, what province, is it a remote area, is it in a downtown Toronto, it might be advisable to, list the salary as a high salary, or it might be advisable just to go with the medium. At the bare minimum, when your employer posts a position or when you do what they call a labor market impact assessment, it is mandatory to list the posting and the salary under the prevailing wage of the medium. That really demonstrates that is the necessary wage for Service Canada's representative to even review your file. If your salary falls under the low, Service Canada might not even look at your application. So the prevailing wage becomes very important throughout the entire application, starting from the posting. So that is another thing that you have to keep in mind. The other thing is where to file the application. Some work permit applications require the labor market impact assessment before you could even file the work permit. Others there could be an exemption, such as the GATS exemption, the NAFTA exemption, and so forth. And you may not even require the LMIA before you even file the work permit. Also, for many of these exemptions, the port of entry might be a fastest way of getting the work permit versus other countries, like people who are citizens of India, Pakistan, and so forth, may require a TRV before they come. So where you file the work permit application and do you require a labor market impact assessment before you even file the work permit is also an important thing that you must note. And the last thing, in which I've repeated in this video, is the labor market impact assessment. There's a lot of requirements for the LMIA. Highly encourage that you watch the videos that I've done on labor market impact assessment, because the LMIA, if your occupation requires this, is the first step. What this really is the employer trying to advertise for Canadian citizens and permanent residents for them to get the first opportunity for this position. Once the posting comes down, the employer has an obligation to interview as many applicants that have applied, or as many as they can, and then outline why those candidates were not suited for the position and why the employer wants to hire the foreign worker. That's part of most of work permit application. Once that LMIA is submitted, if the results are positive, the employer will get a positive labor market impact assessment, and then the application can go to step 2, which is filing of the work permit. If you have any questions about the labor market impact assessment or any type of work permit, give us a call today and let us help you move forward. Thank you, and until next time.